Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a pretty fun and pretty cool thing to go and showcase on over here, which is all pertaining to the future and next big step in terms of graphics, in terms of optimization, in terms of textures, in terms of maybe even your literal eyelashes themselves now being pushed to this next generation. Now, a lot of these types of big things and stuff kind of come from the actual source themselves. And as you guys probably know, there's quite a few different big game engines and big basically features that people are focalizing on and looking at a lot because that basically is setting the tone of the future of gaming. Now, there's a lot of fancy wordage all thrown together, but basically we're now seeing a lot more bigger technologies that are being integrated over here with brand new features, brand new upgrades. And I think as of right now, a lot of these will be integrated to these consoles as of now, like PlayStation, Xbox, PC, etc. And at the end of the day, this is looking like a pretty cool bit of news to go and talk about. So obviously we're going to go and talk about over here on the channel itself, so that's cool with all of you guys as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or $500 giveaway. Get to pick and choose. It'll be ending pretty soon. I also have the Twitter and Twitch room down below in case you guys want to go and follow. As well, we also do have the Target links, Amazon links all down below, and let's dive into this actually kind of huge, pretty big, in my honest opinion, news. Now, a lot of my titles might have a huge or big or whatever, but this one is actually pretty cool. So if you guys have missed it, there's now a brand new 5.1 update. And now you guys might be curious on, hey, what's the 5 and what's the 0.1? And this is in regards now to the Unreal Engine. Now, if you guys don't know, a lot of really big games, like some of the biggest games in the entire platforms and all these, the universe, essentially, the gaming universe, are usually built on Unreal Engine as of now 4, because Unreal Engine 5 is slowly being released. Companies are slowly integrating their systems into it, and a lot of games have already announced that they're building their games on Unreal Engine 5.0. But now, with the brand new, funny enough, Fortnite update, they have now pushed the brand new Unreal Engine 5.1 to this game state. Now, obviously, Fortnite with brand new seasons and generations and all that is cool. It's not the big focus of this video. It's more about them using, and they have done this before, the Unreal Engine systems to then go and push their own individual game, almost like a play test, if that's almost like a showcase, for lack of better terms. And now all this stuff will be able to be integrated in the future because it's already technically live, so it's already been built, and all these big game developers, whether it's on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch, or whatever, if they choose to use Unreal, which a lot of people do at this point, it's one of the biggest game, systems to make the gaming platforms, to make the games. This is gonna be a big thing to know. So let's go talk about the future and this kind of huge upgrade over here for gaming, especially on console side. So Fortnite Battle Pass Chapter 4 is here. If you guys have checked it out yet, let me know. I may check it out throughout the week, maybe up on my Twitch stream if I'm bored. There's a brand new release now with the Fortnite chapter now, but that's the big focus here, is that it's making use now of the Unreal Engine 5's newest, most innovative features via the brand new Unreal Engine 5.1. So let's talk about that. The Unreal Engine 5 ushers in a big generational leap in visual fidelity, and that's it hasn't been fully optimized as of this second, in terms of it takes a while. Once it gets released, you obviously have to have it tested. You have to make sure it's good for commercial use, and it was officially released. And some bigger game developers have had access to it for at least quite a few months. But as you guys probably know, big AAA games take a little bit longer than a few months to go make. We're sometimes talking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, depending on what it is. And obviously with this just being a brand new feature and brand new engine, you kind of have to wait for folks to start making it. Although, as I mentioned, a lot of big gaming companies have confirmed they will be utilizing Unreal Engine 5, or as well, some folks are even completely dipping out of Unreal Engine 4 to either restart or move over their assets to Unreal Engine 5, because it's just better, it's the next version. So basically, with a big new generational leap in visual fidelity, bringing an unprecedented level of detail to game worlds like the Battle Royale Island, next-gen Unreal Engine 5 features such as the Nanite, the Lumen, virtual shadow maps, and temporal super resolution are now available in Fortnite Battle Royale on the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and of course, cloud gaming. So we're going to give them a little bit of a quick rundown of what these features are. This is why it's the next big step and next big graphical upgrade. So Nanite, Lumen, virtual shadow maps, and temporal super resolution in detail. So what do these Unreal Engine 5 features do in Fortnite Battle Royale exactly? So you can also maybe go and read the technical explanations below or skip to the pictures. We're going to go through both. So you have the Nanite. So Nanite basically provides high detailed architectural geometry. So specifically, buildings that are rendered from millions of different polygons in real time. And each brick, stone, wood plank, and wall trim is also modeled and also being that same big live real-time rendering. So natural landscapes are now highly detailed too. Individual trees have around 300,000 polygons, and each stone, flower, and blade of grass is also modeled. So essentially this is kind of saying, I'm not necessarily sure if it's fully 100% like machine learned or rendered, but it's basically just going and showing that there's huge amounts of attention to detail. Having millions of polygons to kind of showcase up these trees and different types of things like bricks, etc., it kind of goes and shows those really small fine tunes to the game itself, make it more like, I don't want to say customizable, but if you're making a game, it does technically make it more customizable, but as well also makes the assets both optimized, because you have all these millions upon millions of polygons on your screen, so you basically have to make sure it's fully optimized for folks to utilize, like, this game companies or whatever. But on top of that too, to make sure it's just good, works good. They also have the lumen. Lumen reflections provide high quality ray traced reflections on glossy materials and water. So probably the bigger thing to know is, like, let's say you have ice. Let's go and say you have like a mirror. Let's go and say you have water. This technology basically makes it just look phenomenal. So lumen provides real-time global illumination at 60 FPS. And as you guys know, that's probably pretty much our main goal. Stable 4K 60 is like the goal, I would say, in the industry standard as of now. So you'll see beautiful interior spaces with balanced lighting, plus characters reacting to the lighting of their surroundings. So for example, and we'll show pictures in a second, the red rugs may bounce red onto your outfit. And I feel like that's not really a big commonplace thing, or it's like, you guys can maybe see my own room. I'm in a red room, so sometimes you have this weird red hue, or if, like, let's say you have a monitor and your monitor is like bright white, if you guys go to maybe then close out your monitor, you see how it changes up on the actual screen itself. You guys can kind of go and see from there. So it's kind of the best examples for all that to kind of showcase is that it basically goes to that next level of lighting for all this stuff. And basically the qualities will scatter light as well on nearby objects and surfaces. So also the virtual shadow maps. So virtual shadow maps allow for highly detailed shadowing. Each brick, leaf, and model detail will cast a shadow, and character self-shadowing is extremely accurate. This means that things like hats and other small details on characters will also be then pushing, shadows too as well, which I think is very, very cool to go and see. It's basically just adding a little bit more, just making sure, like, if you have something on a character, a hat, glove, shovel, whatever it might be, it just has better, shadowing itself. And also then the temporal super resolution, or the TSR. Temporal super resolution is an upgrade over temporal anti-aliasing than in Fortnite, and allows for high quality visuals at a super high frame rate. So basically a big, summary for these is before we go in the pictures. These are all things that games, PC, PS5, Xbox, etc. can use, because these engines are available for everyone. This is basically the industry moving system of, the Epic Games. Epic Games is like the industry itself for Unreal. And this is why they're showcasing the stuff on their Fortnite, because obviously people play Fortnite, one of the biggest games in the world, but as well, this is stuff that all these developers, it's almost like a developer showcase of, hey, look at how well optimized our game is. Look at how much money we're making. Look at these pictures we have. The future of gaming use Unreal Engine. And that kind of goes to showcase this a lot, because you can utilize this. Like, the developers as of right now are building on this as we speak. There will be future games on Unreal Engine 5 that can take advantage of all these features. So you guys can kind of just see on how beautiful, granted it's still in the Fortnite art style, obviously, but just look at how beautiful this looks like, especially if you compare this game to the original Fortnite from a few years ago. Now, this looks like a completely different game, and more so the optimization is a bigger thing too as well. Now, if you look at some of these also kind of shadows, you kind of see the shadows that they depict and stopping the sun and everything else all in between. Now, this one is looking adorable. Now, as you guys can see, there's just a lot of attention to detail as you kind of go do a step-by-step for the game itself. There's so many little small things, such as this little, what are these called? Lime addresses, street addresses, whatever. The words for the streets, whatever you want to call it. But basically with this, what you guys can see, they have the one-to-one images. They have the small shadows. They have all the various shadows. They have different colors and all pretty much automatically throughout the Fortnite itself. And it just goes and shows how well this is actually looking at the end of the day. Now, if you guys also look at something like this too as well, just look at the contrast of all the colors, and then let alone all the reflections too as well. Let's say you look at these rocks and everything else tied into the game itself. It just looks good. Now, obviously, there's a few other little different types of settings options for the game itself too as well, but the biggest thing is just kind of, hey, this new technology is out. and they have Unreal Engine 5.1, and all these future games can and most likely will be utilizing this technology. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down below, and as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or $500 cash giveaway. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below in case you guys would like to follow. You have the Target links and Amazon links for all the individual signups and all of that too as well, all down below, and I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.